Hello there. May the 4th be with you. Try saying that 3 times fast. Hey everybody, this is Oliver Joyce and welcome to another Whiskeybarrel Studios update on Swords and Sandals Immortals as we head into the last 3 weeks of development. And yes, my face is still slightly red. My nose is almost better, but I've still got the little red mark on the side. So people have pointed out that I look like Wolfgang of Shackleford with the red nose. So thanks for that. I really appreciate it. But yeah, the sunspots are all, they've all been burnt off now. So yeah, look after your skin so you don't have this thing. Anyway, feeling good. Pretty hectic time at the moment. I'm not gonna lie, it is a hectic development time. I've been smashing through the game development. I've stopped playing Elden Ring so I can actually focus on making the game. The last couple of weeks or so, I've been meaning to get a video out, but to be honest, there was nothing to show you because all I'm doing right now is creating arena champions, and I really don't want to, spoil too much of the game for you. But for those who want a bit of a spoiler, keep watching this video. If you don't, like and subscribe, and then close the window now. But yeah, today I'm just going to show you a little bit more of the boss creator, and we're going to show off a couple of the new arena champions. I'm also going to show you just a little bit about some of the special effects on armor and weapons. And this is a work in progress. I just wanted to show you some color cycling and some stuff like that, some shaders. So let's get stuck into it. Right, so here we are. This has seriously been my life for the last couple of weeks. It takes a lot longer than you think to build these guys, just because I've had to go back and tweak them and add extra bits to the boss creator and then redo them, balance them and change things. Like this is just a random gladiator here. And when you're setting up a new one, so if I was to set up a new one now, I'd go right back to the beginning here, choose one of the characters, that kind of thing. Just like you would in a regular character creator. You've probably seen this or this hairstyle thing. I can't remember if I'd show you that now, but that's all a lot nicer than it was in the early access or in the demo build. But random. And of course, then you can change all this stats. And this is the actual boss creator. And so what I can do is all these categories and so on. I've improved it since the last one. So what I could go is, if we said this was a level 15 boss, I could suggest an armor set for it. And I can see it behind here. So this suggests the Ajantian set for him. And that says, this is the right tier armor for this guy. I don't have to have that. I can have a different one, a lower tier one. I can't have a higher tier armor set though. And you can, of course, set up the special body parts and so on. You can check the last video for more about the boss creator, but I've improved it a little bit. I've now added the ability to make magic armor and magic weapons. So I could say, let's have some magic armor that boosts mainly things like vitality. So you're not going to see that just yet, but if I give him a weapon, give him a magic sword, a spather. Now you'll notice here, see how that is all tinted red and everything, this sort of orange gold tint, sorry. This signifies this is a vitality boosting armor set. It might be burly shoulder guards of the boar or whatever. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, militia vest of the goldfish, militia shoulder guards of will, rugged militia toga. The goldfish is obviously the base level vitality one, which is kind of funny. And I can kind of change the how those work. What I can also do is check the spatter out. I can make this a runic weapon, enhanced, stinging, heated. Doesn't glow yet, but if I then give us an alternate weapon, if I go axe, hand axe in the other hand, you're now going to see this weapon here, and we'll give that a runic weapon as well. We'll make that a chilled spather. It doesn't update until the next sort of change in the thing, so it's a little bit weird. But if we give him a potion as well, magic potion, healing bottle, 5 of those, add item. Okay, that doesn't actually update the picture, but look, see this? Now we have a fiery weapon. It changes color. has a nice glow. There's going to be another sort of particle effect coming to this as well, which we haven't seen yet. But little flames coming off that. Probably not till sometime in early access, because I've just I got to get all the content in before I can add the niceties like that. Also, we can change the color of the skin color if I wanted, so I could go FFCCEE. That might make him pink, or FFOOCF. There you go. Change his hair color. And make EEFF. These are all hex coordinates, which I don't remember off the top of my hand, but off the top of my head. But yeah, so this is a cool looking guy. He could be an arena champion. I can make him evil or good. Of course, you can set up the skills. You can randomize them like that. Now, you'd think this was really quick, right? But I've got to do all this other stuff behind the scenes as well to make bring this into the game as well. So it's not quite as easy as I'm making it look right now. Special body parts, and of course talents. One thing in the new version of the game, you now only get 1 talent point per level. What I was realizing when I was creating the bosses was I was maxing out talent trees far too quickly with 2 talent points, and I don't want you to be able to go, oh look, I'm level 30, of over 75 levels, and I've already maxed out a whole talent tree. So I've decided to go 1 talent point per level, but the requirements for each tier are lower. So instead of being 10, 20, 40, that kind of thing, it's now 8, 16, 24, 32. And I can go randomize these talents if I want. I put some in there, or I can kind of reset them and then go give this guy Axe Mastery kind of thing, reset them. Yeah, and then I save that, and then we'll have an arena champion. So that's what I've been doing for the best part of the last couple of weeks, plus all this other behind the scenes stuff to get the random weapons and armor and the blueprints and the runes and all that stuff, working with those characters. It took a lot longer than I thought. Okay, here's the spoiler part coming up. So if you don't want to see any new arena champions, look away now. But if you're interested in seeing just a couple of the new champions coming up in the game, let's keep going. Okay, so we're back here with Garces, the human warrior from the Badlands, who unfortunately, as cool as he looks, will not be an arena champion. If I want to load a previously saved arena champion, I can go up here, and I can see my list of champions here. This is just some of them. Like if you could load up Bruce the Useless, who's not actually an arena champion, but because he's a custom saved gladiator, here he is, and you can see his custom stuff. He doesn't actually have pink hair, but I could make him pink hair if I wanted to go that. Pink skin, whoa, even better. No, but yeah, so Bruce, I can see what skills and everything he has. He's very useless. He's got one of everything, but I could give him random gear if I wanted. Here is Huge Charles, of course. Now with a beautiful looking pink hammer, which is actually the vibrating small hammer, which is like an amplified sonic hammer. And he's also got some magic gear, cut purse sandals of the penguin. When you load the character up, you can see what those things do. It usually boosts a skill or a stat and everything like that. And this has color shifted those a little as well. We'll start to see glowing and other cool particle effects on higher tiered stuff. Here's Judy the Jovial. He's changed a little bit. His armor set's a bit different. He has a fiery dirt, I believe now, and his armor set has sort of attacking based ones. This is a new champion, the first grand champion, Captain Seabelt, with a custom pirate hat. And he has, he's actually supposed to have 2 hammers. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you as a work in progress. 10103, remove item, remove item. Now we can add one of those. Hand axe. Oh, I've got too many of them. Remove, 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 remove. For some reason he had all those. Must have saved it in a weird way. Okay, add one of those. Make it... What? Oh, because I'm adding 5 at a time. Okay, we want one of them. This is why it takes so long to build so many of these. And you're not even halfway through. So what we're going to do is we're going to add one of those. We'll make this runic. Okay, well that's not working. We'll have to come back to that. Okay, mental note. There we go. Oh look, I made his shank. That's cool. We have a magical shank. Awesome. How wonderful. We'll come back to that. And I'll show you one more. Joni the hammer. And she has an electrified hammer, which is pretty cool. And a kind of custom face there. Special body part, head number 6. Which which is kind of a Braveheart style face, and she's pretty cool actually. Bit of a sort of a mage slash bard slash warrior. So yeah, pretty cool. That's it for the sneak preview of the bosses. As you can see, if those eagle-eyed people will actually see a whole list of future bosses. They're not all locked in. That's, they're subject to change, but that's who I've got right now. There's a few surprises down low, which I deliberately didn't scroll down, but I look forward to bringing these to you. And there's also going to be special dungeon bosses coming later in early access too, which will be pretty exciting. What I want to show you now quickly is just the shader test bed, where I can show you how I kind of do these cool special effects on the weapons and armor. So if we jump over here to Godot now and have a look at these, I've got a couple of sprites here with various things on them, different shaders. So what is a shader? A shader is like a special, it's a series of instructions given to your GPU to basically color the pixels on your sprite or your material in the game. And they're very powerful and allow us to do really interesting special effects. Many of the games you play have shaders all through them for everything like water reflections to particles to, time of day, shadows, that kind of stuff. Shaders are everywhere. I'm not very good at shaders. I usually sort of view tutorials and then sort of copy them and so on. But for example, this is a starbound shimmer here, which makes this weapon look at this cool thing here. So you can slow that down, speed it up. If I zoom in on that. And the cool thing with starbound shader is you can actually put this on. So if we had like skull, someone's head, this can go on. Hang on. There you go. Yeah, so someone's skin could look like this, and there may be gladiators that have interesting looking skin like that, which is really cool. So whatever image you give that shader to, it'll have those properties, and I can kind of tweak them here, speed that up, slow it down. Now this shader over here is a color adjust. Look at the parameters here, and this is the default shader that I'm using on most magical blueprints and so on, just to sort of mix up. So we actually reset this and see what this looks like. Okay, this is the default piece of armor here. I can adjust the brightness, make it darker. If you've ever used sort of paint programs like Photoshop and so on, this is what this does. Change the contrast. Saturation, meaning the color comes more faded or brighter. You can adjust the red, green, blue values to really kind of tint that. And I can kind of save these parameters to say, I want all my armor to, of this type to look green or something. You can even sort of just go, let's give like a bit of a red tint to everything. To say this would be like a fire-based thing, which is pretty cool. So I've set a bunch of presets for different, attack has a bit of more orange tint to all your armor, green, agility for green, that kind of thing. So a simple effect, but it does look kind of cool. And here is a HSV color shader, which is a slightly different one that has a slightly different effect. You can, this actually changes the hue, saturation, and I forgot what the V stands for. So you can actually you can actually animate it as well and sort of do real interesting kind of rainbow color cycles. And finally, this is the cool shader for effects like fire, lightning, that kind of stuff. There is going to be more special effects in the early access, but not straight away. This is the palette cycler. It's a color cycling thing. So if you remember games like Ultima and Monkey Island and stuff like that, this is a technique pioneered back then, and you can look it up on the internet, color cycling or palette cycling, where it takes images, sort of color values, and cycles through them. So it might go play yellow, then the next yellow, then the dark yellow, and then keep cycling through. And that's what this is doing here. And this is going through a gradient. So I can change the speed scale of this to slow down the color cycling. And that's really slow. Or we can speed it up. That's quite a psychedelic one. We can change the gradient here. I can quick load another gradient. Gradient frost. And that's the cool frost one. Frost tint. And I think it's a really cool, it's a, by today's standards, a pretty humble effect. but it will make your weapons feel a little bit kind of more unique. I just want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon supporters, the Hardy Bunch who have been with me on this whole Sword and Sales Immortals journey. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for all you do, and I hope you enjoy the little newsletters I give you every week. Barty X, Brandon K, Cheese Chaos, Churstons, Daniel Funches, Davi Hollander, Ilya Gurovich, XUp Omega, Jeffro of Hex 3D, Hopeless, Eunice, Lee Hao Yu, Neighbor Jack, Noe Gudajan, and Pipewitch. I salute you, and you know who else salutes you? Yeah, you do. It's the Armorer. If you'd like to be a patron, that would make my day. All right. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed that little sneak peek behind the scenes of, boss creation, which, I'm really in the thick of right now. And I'm also trying to build and sort of lock off different areas of the game and just get it ready to a point where early access is playable by everyone. Early access will not mean the full version of the game. You're going to get access to everything that I have access to, and as I update the game, you will be getting access to it. This isn't going to be like most early access games. I'm going to be patching this literally every few days with updates and changes. And I'm, you know me, I'm a pretty rapid developer, and I respond to your feedback and updates. And I want you to be part of the development process. I had to pick a date for early access at some point. The game has been in development for 1.5 years now, and I think it's time to bring it out to you guys and, really show the world what this game is all about, and hopefully you can be part of the journey, and hopefully you'll love it as much as I've enjoyed building it. So we are launching on 27th of May in early access, so please wishlist the game, link below, and you'll get notified when it comes out. Really important that you wishlist it, and and leave a review and so on when the game comes out, because that will really help push the game. This is going to be a big month. I'm not going to lie. There is so much to do, and I don't really know how I'm going to get it all done with about sort of 16.5 days of development left. I'm not going to get it all done, but I'm going to do as much as I can, and we're going to keep patching it and updating it as we go. All right, my friends, thanks for being part of this channel. I'm sorry the updates haven't been as often, but subscribe for more. At least every 2 weeks. Most of the time, it's every week. Until next time, my friends, have a brilliant weekend. Bye for now.